Alrighty guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Level Up Trader, which is our new automated bot, and the incredibly good back tests that we've had done over the past year or so. So I just want to kind of start out by saying, remember, this bot is not for beginners, okay? You need to know at least basics of Ninjatrader, basics of trading in general, and stuff like that, okay? So I am going to bring over some spreadsheets here. And these are back tests that our developer, Ben, has put together over a bunch of different contracts so we can compare and contrast, okay? So I'm going to go over a few things here. This first contract from September 25th, 23 to December 8th. So about 10 weeks total. The total profit was $28,000. And the max drawdown was 4,400, and that's with our default settings of 13 contracts. So you can obviously lower that down if you'd like. Some things you'll notice here is when it says nothing, that means there's no news. So this is kind of a column where we talk about news, what news it is, right? GDP, PCE, earnings, unemployment. You can see it doesn't take trades every day, right? A lot of times we're just gonna be on the regular strategy, which we'll go over, and then sometimes we'll have PPI, CPI, and we're gonna have certain news events, right, that we'll turn on a news strategy for. Okay, so the GDP, PCE, CPI, stuff like that, we're gonna have news strats for. So before we get into all that, I'm gonna go over some stuff here. So for the news strategies, what we do is I would recommend setting a profit target anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000. I've noticed just from some of my tests, if you push it to 3,000, there's quite a few times where you'll get to like 2,500 and then you'll take a loss. So 2,000 is safer. 3,000 if you're a little more risk averse. And these are going to be the news settings. Okay, so you're going to run, so for any basic red folder news like PPI or GDP, stuff like that. Unemployment, I would recommend just running regular settings. Unemployment tends to be worse results if you run like news strategy, unless there's something else with unemployment. So for example, here we have, this coming week actually, we have GDP with unemployment. So this is something you could run the news strategy for, okay? But if it was just like unemployment claims, I would say, you know, no need to do that, okay? And then you're gonna get, so like just this day, you could just run regular strategy. This day on the 3rd, we have unemployment rate. So if you see unemployment rate, that's definitely a news strategy day. And obviously you can see there's a lot of red folder here. So the big ones you're gonna keep your eyes on are unemployment rate, the non-farm employment change. Unemployment claims you can run regular unless it's with something else. And then employment cost index, that's up in the air. A few of these are up in the air. CPI is 100% news strategy, especially if it's with other stuff. Again, unemployment claims, not too big. If it's with a bunch of other news, that's a maybe you could run it again. So yeah, you guys are getting the idea. So for the news strategies that aren't, this is basically any news strategy or any news whatever that's not CPI. So these are going to be the settings for anything that's non-CPI, okay? So you're going to run, so again, I'm Central Time, so all the data news comes out at 7:30. So the start time 7:31. End time, I put it to 7:46. So you can put it to 7:45. Really a 15-minute window where you're going to run it and get the best results. It starts to slow down after 15 minutes. These other times you don't really need anything for. And then profit target, again, I would set that to 2,000 to 3,000. 2,000 is a lot safer, in my opinion. Take weight for bars, this is the important part here. You put that at 7. Okay, 7 is for anything non-CPI. Again, the higher, basically the higher the impact of news, the higher you're gonna want to move this to. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And then that is for anything non-CPI related. And then if we load my CPI one here, you can see there's only a couple small differences here. Start time 7:31, end time is going to be 8, so we're running it now for basically 30 minutes since CPI comes out at 7:30. Okay, and then again, profit target, you can change that 2 to 3,000. Here's the big thing though, takeaway for bars is at 22. Okay, takeaway for bars is at 22. Higher the impact, the higher you want that. Okay, and then the news ATM right here, 60 stop loss, 15, 24, 35. Okay, and stop strategy right there. You can just pause the video if you'd like. But again, going back to these spreadsheets here, so we went over this. We had a $28,000 in December, or the December contract with a max draw of 4,400. And then this next one was from the 6/26/23 until September 8th. So the September contract, we ended with 34,000 profit with 5,700 drawdown. Again, this will change a little bit here and there, but again, when it says nothing here, that means there's no news, right? And GDP, PCE, we're using the lower impact news strategy. A lot of nothing here. CPI, we're obviously using the CPI news strategy we just talked about. FOMC, again, I just wouldn't trade FOMC personally. I just kind of forget about that. PCE, the news strategy, again, little loss there. You can see there's a lot of no trade days, but overall the news strats work pretty good most of the time. Bad week here, but we're gonna go over this next contract. So from March 27th until 6/13, so the June contract, 44,000 profit with a 4,100 drawdown. Again, regular strats here. We had the PPI strat, which is just the regular lower impact news strategies. Right here, CPI, we use that CPI news strategy, gained 1,400. PPI strat, which is again just the lower impact news strategy. Sometimes you just get unlucky, right, and take a big loss on nothing. News strategy again, CPI strat, which I would just save these as templates. Okay, so you can just preload them. You don't need to just change different settings all the time. Just load a template. And then the last one here, we had a 44,000 with a max draw of 2,500. Really good month contracts here. This is actually the beginning of this year, so January 2nd until March 8th. So pretty good. Again, regular trading here, unimportant news strategy with unemployment earnings. See, unemployment and earnings, so there's multiple things. If it's just unemployment, not too, I would just run a regular. CPI strat here, 2,200. Lower impact news, 1,300. Some regular trading all week here, really good week, 11,000 that week. Yeah, that's really it. Just want to kind of talk about the news strategy, how well this has been working, right? So over the 4 contract periods, we're up right around, you know, that's 90,000, that's 120, so about 100, we'll just say 150,000 over four contracts. So in about a year, 150,000. So back tests are right on what we predicted. And drawdown's pretty good as well. So keep all that in mind. Just wanted to kind of update you guys on Level Up Trader. Remember, you can get 70% off your first month, and I'll put a code for that in the description. Very easy to use. Besides, you need to know Ninjatrader, you need to know how to import stuff, you need to know how to change settings, and there's a lot more manual intervention compared to the other MNQ NQ trader. just keep that in mind. Besides that, leave any comments, questions, concerns down below, and I'll reach out.